Hello and welcome to this video and to one at home and a bit of a catch up because it's been some time since we've actually had a chat, what with the Disney videos, the Prague videos and all of the other bits and bobs we did in March. So you don't completely know what's been going on. So the Disney trip happened at the beginning of April. We are now at the beginning of May. It's actually May bank holiday when I'm filming this, but obviously not when you're seeing it because of those Disney videos coming out. But it's been some time since we've had a chat, so I thought we'd do a catch up. It's this one's birthday on Tuesday. He's going to be 7. But yeah, no, I can't imagine life without my little boy. So we are going to do a little bit for his birthday, but with everything that's happening, and I'll go into it a bit more, we're not doing a lot, unlike some other years. Like last year we made him dog treats and stuff. This year we're just going to take him on a long walk today over to Trent Park, just to, stretch our legs and things. Because that's the first thing that I should probably share is we've not been very well. None of us in this household have been very well for some time. So we got back from Disney and then Pete caught COVID. He was fine, it was like a mild cold, and then about 5 days later I caught COVID. It was going to happen. We live in a flat. It was going to happen. So we had that. Neither of us really suffered, which was good. Just a mild cold. I think there was like a day where you felt a bit snuffly and a bit bleh, but most of the time it was fine. So that was like a good 10-day stretch of our life, maybe a little longer. But pretty much as soon as I tested negative, Jeff then got ill. He had a poorly stomach, so that was a few days. So we had to sort that out. Meant taking him out a bit more than normal. And then I think we had like 3 days where we were all well, and then Pete caught a stomach bug, which again, a few days later obviously I caught said stomach bug. So that's been our life for about the last 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. Lots of illness, which has not been great and not been very pleasant for anybody. But, touch wood, we all now seem to be on the mend. We're all okay. We're all getting there. And I'm hoping that's the end of the illness because, quite frankly, we don't have time for illness at the moment. We really, really don't. So we are now within like touching distance of our wedding, and we've been doing a hell of a lot of wedding planning in that period of time that you haven't seen. Oh, I'm out of focus. So we've been doing a hell of a lot of wedding planning in that time that you haven't seen. Obviously, let me move that out of the way. I've got you balanced on a duvet, hence the thing. So we've been doing all the sort of small bits and bobs. Obviously you saw us get some rings, but we've now got most of Pete's suit. We've got some ties coming this week so that he can work out which one he wants, and then we'll order more of the other one for the rest of the party, so the best men, my brother, dad's, that kind of thing. So he's pretty much set, I'm pretty much set, the venues are all pretty much set. We went up for another meeting with our reception menu to go through some details and work out some timings. It's going to be a bit tight, but I'm guessing what wedding doesn't have tight timing. We've now given notice of our marriage, so we've done the legal bit, so that takes a month, and then we need to go and either pick that up or get that emailed or whatever. We need to work out what we're doing with that. So yeah, it's all coming together. It's very soon. There still feels like there's quite a lot to do, but we're getting there, and I feel reasonably on top of it. And I think I've said it before, the stuff that we might now be missing is the stuff that isn't that important, is decorative things. So if they're not there, they're not there. But they should be. We still have time. We're not out of time. So obviously for this channel, my plan is, obviously after this video, I think we'll do one more like this, where we'll be at home. It'll be a catch up because, again, I'm filming this beginning of May. So I'll probably film again sort of mid-May. Oh, you're really high now. to do another sort of catch-up thing, let you know how we're getting on, and then I think we'll go into the wedding stuff, because obviously we've got my hen do. I'm gonna do sort of the week of planning, so maybe the weekend before, the week before, the day before, and then we'll go into the wedding itself. On all of that, I don't really know how much I'm going to be able to film, or what I'm going to be able to get, so they may not be lengthy videos, they may be short things, but I'm going to do my best, because it's also something I would like to keep a record of, and that's part of why I vlog, is to have things to look back on, and the wedding is obviously something that I want to look back on. Today is, as I say, very much another wedding planning day. Pete's out at the moment, but when he comes back we'll do a bit of wedding planning, and as I say, we're going to take Jeff to Trent Park. We have been there before, so again I'll link that video up here when we've done that previously. So yeah, that's what we're doing. My flat is looking a bit of a mess. The viewings, we've sort of paused viewings at the moment, just because we need to be able to use our flat, essentially. But we have boxes everywhere. I'm not going to show you because it's a bit of a mess, and I've got washing everywhere as well. But over here we have a huge box with lots of wedding stuff. We've got some empty boxes on Jeff's crate which we may need to use. We've got some like jars that I'm like sorting out for the wedding on the table. There's just stuff everywhere. So apologies if that happens in the background of what we're doing. Let's get on into the video. As I say, don't really know. Most of this is going to be this part where I'm just chatting to you and letting you know what's going on. A bit of Trent Park and a bit of whatever else we can show you. This is an angle we don't see very often, but if you saw my book haul and you watched it to the end, you'll know that my plan for the next few months is to focus on the gifts I got for Christmas and my birthday, because I don't want to be going into another Christmas or another year with gifts left from the previous year. I don't know, there's something in my brain that means that that just feels wrong. So I'm going to go through these piles here and make sure that, like, all of this is all gifts kind of thing, and the ones that you can see are all gifts, so that they're the ones I'm actively looking for. Because I'm finding that where I've got this stack at the back here that you can't really see, there you see the little bit yellow, I'm not really reaching for those books because they're not obvious to me. So I want to make sure that all the gifts are apparent and clear, so that I know which ones to read first, basically. So I'm just going to rejig that stack, and then I'm also really sad, and I've created a little book spreadsheet which shows what I've read, what I want to read, and what's outstanding on sort of my not read piles. So I want to add those books to that sheet as well. So that's my next job, and then once I've done that, Pete should be home and we're going to take Jeff for a walk to Trent Park, as I mentioned earlier, and he's just sat here chilling on his chaise lounge. So you're going to keep me company while I do this little book task. Sweet. I won't show you what I'm doing, I just thought I would share the weird task that I fancied taking on when I still have lots of wedding things I should be doing. But I like hanging around with books. When Pete's not here, it makes me feel happy. So that's what we're going to do. The next things you'll see will be in Trent Park, don't worry, I'm not going to bore you with me sorting books. So my camera has no battery, and I have no spare batteries, because they also have no battery. So we're in Trent Park with Jeff for his birthday walk.
Jeff?
Yeah, you. So we're wandering past all the Go Ape stuff. Me and Pete did this recently, so I'll link that up above in the little iCards. But it's slightly more covered and it's slightly drizzly, so that's why we're doing it this way. And allowing Jeff to have a walk in nature. Nice wee there.
How's the walk, Faye?
Yeah, fine. I don't know where we're going.
Looping around.
Apparently, Pete's directing us. Isn't he, Jeff? 7 years old, eh, mate? How do you manage that?
Happy birthday, Jeff.
For a few days' time. Right, we're back from our walk to Trent Park. We were there for quite a while, actually, about 2 hours odd, which was nice. We did a very big loop around, not that we showed you much, but mainly it was trees, and we had lots of chats about things, you know, moving, wedding, all of those big life things that I've been chantering on about in videos for months now. But with that, I'm going to end this video here because basically me and Pete are now going to go and sit in his office and try and find things that we can wrap up, poles at our wedding venue and that kind of thing, and then we'll probably just have dinner and chill. So, as I say, I'm going to end it here. So if you've enjoyed this brief-ish, don't know how long it's been, catch up, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already and you fancy it, as I say, wedding stuff is coming very, very soon. Please go ahead and click that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!